Hey guys, Tyler and Jacob here again with another 7000 series modular skid assembly video. This one is for your rear exhaust for your 392 and possibly your 36 or 20. Same skid?
Same skid minus a couple small parts.
Different bracketry, different heights. 392's got a much larger skid system, but this will wrap everything up. So, like I said, there's a little bit of assembly needed on the new 7000 series skids because the 7075 aluminum can't be bent. Can be bent, but we don't want to bend it. We want to leave it flat. So, we are going to walk through every step needed to install your rear exhaust skid on your Jeep, starting now. All right, so the first step here, we're going to take 4 of these 3/8 countersunk bolts here and attach the middle of the UHMW. The reason we're only doing these is because this row is going to go through another portion and this row is going to go to another part. So we're going to attach the middle to get it started, and then we don't have to fight the UHMW. With your UHMW assembled, this is now the bottom of your exhaust skid. So if you see this, like I said, this UHMW only lines up one way on this skid, and on one side there's going to be a little bit of a lip. This is going to be the front of the skid, very back of the vehicle. So we will grab our front mounting bracket, and it will bolt here with 5 of the same countersunk 3/8 bolts. This may take some teamwork.
Yep. Especially since I just keep dropping bolts.
Hey, that's what the people want, man. It's not an install if you're not dropping stuff. Here, give me one and all. One-handed nylock is hard. Perfect. Now we can tighten this down. Here, just hold the skid and I'll get that.
I got it.
God, I'm telling you, man. All right, so now your skid will look like this. This is gonna be the rear of the vehicle. Nothing behind this. All right, what can we put on next?
Let's put on that next.
All right, so the face is also 7075, and we'll bolt on just like this. But on this one, you're going to use button head screws, button head bolts, like that. Does something else attach to this? No. Of course, this is a different socket size. All right, so we can tighten this guy down.
I'm going to say let's leave those loose until we get these on.
Let's leave those loose. So leave those front bolts loose because there's extra bracketry that goes on at this time. There is a left and right bracket here. We'll spin this skid around so we can show it.
Yep.
I have yours, you have mine.
Yep.
So this bracket here will line up with these 3 bolt holes and one on the front skid, like that.
You're going to use your 2 last button heads here.
Only 1 bolt goes into this because we will need to install our other outer wing pieces with carriage bolts. That's pretty much now, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, we have the right sides, we have the right sides.
We do not have the right sides anymore.
We do not have the right sides anymore. Oh, yes, you are right. They go forward.
We spun it.
So now the important part is adding your 2 wings. These go to your factory body mounts. You'll take that middle bolt out along with the 2 nuts on the side of them. Put this up into place, put your body mount bolt back in, good to go. These ones we will leave loose until everything is in mounted. Once you have these bolts back in, once you have these bolts back in, once you have your sway bar mounts hooked up, all of the bolts are bolts to the vehicle, then you can do the tightening process. So for right now, we will install them onto the skid with our supplied carriage bolts. All right, so now's a good time to talk because this will be very similar to the 3.6 and the 2.0 rear muffler skid. These 2 brackets will not be included with that. These are really 392 specific because the tips come out right here. So it's extra side protection and under protection for the tips. If you have a 3.6 or a 2.0, you'll receive these 2 spacers that go on the bottom side of the skid here and just take up that space. And that's it. Easy peasy. Continue with the 392.
Yep.
All right. So 6 of your carriage bolts will be needed for this process, starting from the bottom side of the wing. Here,
You do yours. Okay.
We'll teamwork this like that. I got you. Maybe. There we go. Next. All right, and remember to leave these loose because that will help with the installation of it. We're still dropping bolts. All right.
Nope, still dropping bolts.
All right. Now your wings, I call them wings. Your wings are temporarily installed, getting ready for complete installation. I believe the last part of this is actually the two rear mounts here. These guys go side to side. They are specific side to side because these go to your factory sway bar mounts. You'll loosen your sway bar down, put this underneath it, put your sway bar back on. So, I never remember which one is which. That one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Inside, outside.
Inside.
All right. So these are very side specific, and you will see if you have them on the wrong side, you'll find out real quick because it won't be anywhere close to the sway bar. But I can say the wider portion, the bend, goes in on the inside of the skid, just like this. 2 carriage bolts per. Let's tighten everything up a little bit.
Yeah, we can tighten this back piece up too.
All right, so at this point, I do like to snug these bolts up a little bit just so you don't have this much room, but you can snug them all up till it about hits the nylock, and then use electric tools. Give yourself some wiggle room. Like that. Now we can actually just go ahead and fully tighten the front face of this up really quick. And for that, we need a 7/32 Allen and a 9/16 socket. I'll just zip these up really quick. Once you have the side brackets on, you don't really need to leave this one loose anymore. And that is assembly. Unless there's more. There is more.
Yeah.
At this time, we'll flip this up, install the last of our UHMW bolts here on the backside. And that's it. Your 392 rear exhaust skid is ready to install.
This conveniently 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at that.
Look at that.
Because it like butts up.
You son of a...
I have no idea where they are.
I don't either. Fenders everywhere. I literally have 2 of the same exact size Allens. I thought I grabbed a different size.